This is Aaron Gerber with Highland Naturals. I wanted to take a second today to answer some questions that we recently got from a contest that we did on social media on Facebook recently. The first one comes from Cindy, and she asks, I love your feed and I'm glad it can be found locally. My question is, why is the layer ration so powdery? We find with our chickens that a lot of feed is wasted because there isn't much of a solid portion in the feed. I know that there are nutritional balancers and other non-solid grain pieces that can constitute the feed, but I sure would love to find a feed that had a consistency more along the lines of chicken scratch. The first thing I would say is if your chickens are coming from a pellet or a crumble, we hear this a lot that it may take them a little bit to get used to a mash, which all of our feeds are a mash. We don't want to add any extra ingredients, which is necessary with binding agents for pellets and crumbles. And there's also a heating process that the feed needs to go through for a pellet or a crumble. So we try to avoid that and do nothing but a mash in all of our feeds. So that tells you why we do it. Going back to the issue of your birds not eating it, like I said, sometimes if they're coming from a pellet or a crumble, they will struggle with it just a little bit. But a couple things to remember is lift your feeder up off the ground. Make sure it's up off the ground so that they can't scratch it out onto the ground too much. And force them to eat it. Make them clean up the fines, because a lot of those, like you said, are the nutrients and the minerals in the feed, and they definitely need that. The last thing I will mention is we do have a feed that is similar to a scratch. It's our whole grain layer. We don't push it a whole lot, but there are a lot of customers that really like it because it uses a very coarse whole grains and just a cracked corn type of consistency. So check that out, and let us know if you need to find a dealer near you that's carrying it, or if your dealer needs to look into carrying it. We'd be more than welcome to checking into that and making sure that we can get that out to you.